I think at the TIST, the young engineers will have a really good understanding of what their strengths are and what the career focus is. They can very well shape their career rather than a raw getting into the industry and then trying to shape his career in understanding, because his 2 years or 3 years is just gone into understanding कि भाई किस area में क्या हो रहा है, how to harness them in both their technical skills and the soft skills is going to be a differentiator in their life, no two doubts. એક વસ્તુ તો એ છે કે આજે ઘણા બધા એન્જિનિયર્સ આવે છે, થઈ જાય છે પોસ્ટ આફ્ટર ધ ગ્રેજ્યુએશન, they become an electrical engineer કે આપણે ગ્રેજ્યુએશનનું બેચ આવી જાય છે. But how many of them know what are the careers they can choose from? There are many careers really going through. Like they can go for project management, they go for sales, they can go for marketing, they can go for design, they go for contracts management, they can go for procurement, they can even go for infrastructure management. Many things are there. But the challenge is how many of them really know where exactly it is. And what, second, if they know also, if they are knowing કે ભાઈ આપણે ક્યાંકથી ખ્યાલ આવી ગયો કે ભાઈ આ બધા છે, પણ શું એની અંદર શું છે? જ્યારે આ પ્રોગ્રામની અંદર આપણે વેરિયડ એક્સપિરિયન્સીસ ઓફ ધ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીઝના લોકો છે, who is having almost 25-30 years plus experiences in various fields. We're going to share their experiences of the activities and the career and the profile they chose based on their expertise, which in turn can be translated to these young engineers at the right moment, because when these guys or જ્યારે આપણે બધા ગયા ત્યારે we never knew about those things. We started from the scratch and we slowly kept on developing. Some of the years probably we must have wasted in some other areas where we may not be more skillful out of there. Then slowly we shifted into the area which was more relevant to us. Dominantly we were more knowing better out of there. જ્યારે આ ટેસ્ટ કરવાથી I think we will be making that sort of an at least a difference to those young engineers to really assess right from the beginning કે મારામાં શું સ્કિલ છે અને મારે ક્યાં જવું છે and what are my dreams and how I can achieve it. Many times the engineers have the skills but they land up in a different areas. Like somebody has the skills of marketing and બોલવાની સારી આવડત છે, he can conceptualize better on the product and all those things, on electrical understandings, but he has been put into the side jobs. So these kind of imperatives are there which can be absorbed during these discussions or these interactions with the expertise industry, and these young engineers can know કે ભાઈ હા આજે આપણે શું કરવું છે, મારે શું કરવું છે, what am I good for. They can share their experience because they can see from an higher perspective. Whenever these expertise in the industry identifies a young engineer, he can assess it much better on his skills what he has it, rather than individual himself, because he never knows an industry. And these expertise over the 30-40 years, they know what the industry is asking for, what is the need for an industry, and what skills are relevant for those really areas to go into. So this test is going to make a difference to them in understanding what exactly there is going to be linking their expertise with their area of interest, and the career that revolves or develops around their interest and the skills is going to make them a difference in their career. They can get a fast track growth, plus the industry itself will be much happier about that. They will not have to hop the industries often, which it is good for industry as well as the employee, both of them. So this is where I see this program in between after graduation, taking a 3 years, 4 years and understanding what the whole environment is all about after getting graduation and where I really want to go, and working upon that will really help each of the young engineers to develop a career of their interest and a choice, which will propel their excellence on their own and on their own inspiration, rather than only on salaries and the destinations out of there. So I think this program is going to be one of the unique kind for each of the young engineers, and surely will help for a nation building in a much better way, and take off the notion of the engineers not employable out over there, which prevalent in the industry today is not because the engineers are not good at, they are good at, because the industry are at different par, the engineers are different par, but the understanding of various areas in which they can excel themselves, they can garner their skills out over there, will surely have a good match between the employee and the employer, and slowly this gap will be eradicated of the unemployment, what we say about the engineers out there in India. So I think this program we wish, and since the course has been developed through such an huge vast experiences of an expertise out there, which is directly linked to the industry needs, are going to be benefited to these young engineers as an first step as they get into the industry, and make them more ready and confident when they walk into an industry job. In this, I think, wishing you all the best for the engineers to take up the new challenge out there.